Hey Lurkin Army, welcome to this week's news update video for Destiny 2. Today we're going to go over the final Twab of the season. This one is a pretty long one with what's to come in the Season of the Worthy, so let's get started. Next week, on Tuesday, the new season begins and Bungie has made a few new changes to how the calendar looks. Before we get to that, let's briefly go over what's coming down the line. On March 10th, the season kicks off with the new PvE activity, Seraph Tower, followed by the return of our favorite pinnacle PvP activity, Trials of Osiris, on March 13th. Then to finish off the month, the release of the new legendary Lost Sectors on EDZ and the Moon are released on March 24th. Then on April 7th, the new legendary Lost Sector on Io will be released. Starting April 21st, the new difficulty Grand Master will be available for the Nightfall activity. Also starting April 21st through the 11th of May, a new event called Guardian Games will be taking place in the tower. That's just the beginning. There will be more info regarding things to come as the season rolls in. We've been given a taste with the new season pass and screenshots showing off the new exotic and legendary weapons and armor. This includes the return of the 4th Horseman from Destiny 1 and a new exotic auto rifle called Tommy's Matchbook. Now, moving on to our first topic, power gains. As with every season and expansion, we are given a new number to chase. This season, that number has been raised to 1010. Soft cap is now 1000, with hard cap being pushed to 1010. Gear progression has been reintroduced with the new cap to support the new power grind and future systems. These involve the Weapons Forever topic discussed in Luke Smith's Director's Cut last week. I'll have links to all this information down below in the description. So this means powerful drops are no longer needed to reach 950. Instead, powerful drops will push then bottom out at 1000. And pinnacle drops will boost you to 1010. After that, the artifact boosts you beyond. On top of this, pinnacles are getting a quality of life update in patch 2.8.1 coming in mid-season. This will upgrade Crucible, Strike, and Gambit, as well as clan weekly powerful rewards to pinnacle, which means more normalized sources for those who find it hard to get a fire team for in-game activities. Side note, if you play on PC and find it hard to gather a fire team for activities, I typically run LFG/viewer help during my streams on Twitch, which you can find the link and schedule for that down below. So come follow and turn on notifications so you know when I go live. Also, with talks of power gain, the seasonal artifact will be disabled for Trials and Iron Banner this season. Unfortunately, this will happen after the first weekend of Trials, but given that it's only 3 days after the season starts, the impact should be pretty low. Now, if someone finds a decent grind for levels within that time, I'd be a little worried, but not much. Speaking from experience though, I wouldn't put it past some of the community's top hardcore players who have that kind of time. Eververse, everyone's favorite place, is getting an update as like the other seasons. Bright engrams are being completely removed from being purchased in the store to make purchasing more transparent. They will, however, stay on the free track of the season pass. In its place, a new daily rotating module is being used. This will feature cosmetics from previous seasons at a discounted price. We also get a preview of the new finishers and armor sets from the Eververse. Leave comments below about that. Now, moving on, over the last month, Bungie has been giving us a preview of what's to come. Things such as changes to specific subclasses and move sets, like last week's preview mentioning Hunter, Titan, and Warlock melee attacks and abilities. I have a link for that since I did not cover last week's Twab. But if you want to wait, the full set of patch notes will have all the info you need on changes come next Tuesday, so stay tuned for that. For this week, they give a look at some exotic armor changes for both PvE and PvP, UI updates, bug fixes, and more. Let's start off with exotic armors. A decent chunk of exotic armors are being tuned up and down for this incoming season. Starting off with Hunters, Assassin's Cowl, the invisibility and healing are now triggered by both melee and finishers and does not activate with Arc Staff. Also, the duration of invisibility depends on the tier of enemy defeated, so if they don't give exact numbers, you'll just have to do some playtesting to determine the times for each tier of enemy. Frosties, the ability regeneration no longer stacks with other class ability regeneration perks. Kefri Sting, all smoke bombs deal 150% damage while wearing this. Orpheus Rigs, a maximum amount of super energy regained is now 50% with a single use of Shadow Shot. I'm not sure if this means per shot or activation. Sounds like activation, I guess. Young Ahamkara's Spine, Trip Mine's explosion radius is now increased by 14%. Next up, Titans. Ashen Wake, killing an enemy now grants grenade energy. The amount of energy is based off the tier of enemy. There goes that tier of enemy thing again. Antius Wards, the shield no longer allows chip damage to pass through. Doomfang Pauldrons have fixed a bug where super energy was granted for melee kills during your super. I did not know this was a thing, and if I used them, I thought it was intended. Dune Marchers increased the radius of static charge from 12 meters to 20 meters. Big yikes, because that's a lot. MK44 stand-asides reduced the delay for the overshield from 1.25 to 0.5. One-Eyed Mask no longer targets through walls and instead highlights enemies. Bye-bye wall hacks. It no longer provides a damage bonus when defeating targets. Ha! The overshield has been restored and now lasts 6 seconds instead of 8. Boo. Severance enclosures. The explosion now triggers on both melee and finishers against guardians and PvE enemies. The range and the damage of the explosion is increased based off of the tier of enemy. Again, that tier of enemy thing. Last but not least, Warlocks. Apotheosis Veil now drops with a minimum of plus 16 intellect. I need to go check my current ones now. Lol. Controverse holds reduce the damage reduction to 20% from 40%. Sanguine Alchemy. This one gets a complete rework. It now has a new perk called Blood Magic, which pauses the countdown of any rift they are standing in when getting weapon kills. Ophidian Aspects now extend the range of all Warlock melees even when on cooldown. And Verity's Bow now increases the damage of grenades 10% per stack. Allies grenade recharge now starts when you cast your grenade. And it now tracks the amount of allies benefiting from the perk. And that's it for exotic armor. Next, we take a brief look at how investment will work. Legendary engrams. For legendary engrams, the amount of armor sets in the world drop pool has been increased to 11 from 3. Thank you! This includes Faction Rally armor and ornaments, including the rare ones. Armor stats. Prime engrams will now drop with higher stat rolls and better spike distribution, meaning the potential to get something with a 20 plus stat in one and a 15 plus in multiple others is higher. Exotic armor will drop with higher rolls as well. And basic legendary armor will have a higher roll chance also. This is great for those of us who want to go back and collect some specific sets. Now it won't be so bad when farming for those stats. Hopefully this benefits all activities. I'm looking at you, Pit of Heresy. The UI, user interface, that good thing that we see all the time, is getting some special treatment, helping us keep organized during our daily adventures. The settings screen has now been updated on console to match that of PC. The ability to change the reticle has now been in place on console. The addition of hints on the loading screen has been added. I'm guessing this is gearing towards the new light players to help introduce them into the world of Destiny, which is a good start. For us OCD people, a comma has been added to the glimmer counter on the loot stream. This is the little area on the right side of your screen that shows drops and currency counts when you kill an enemy. The quest tab now has categories. Yay! Quest items will now automatically be filtered to their respective categories. Such categories being New Light, which hides if none are available, All Quests, Shadow Keep, Seasonal, Playlist, Exotics, and the Past. Performance improvements have been done as well, fixing the stuttering and performance when applying mods. Improved FPS in the following activities: Gambit, Gambit Prime, Garden of Salvation, Raid, particularly the Last Encounter, and Pit of Heresy. They've also fixed stuttering with the high SPS on PC and general visual performance when debris is on the ground on PC. And that's only the beginning. Remember, this is a preview, and Tuesday we'll have a crap ton more. Also, don't forget this weekend is Daylight Savings is on Sunday, so check times to see when your region's reset will occur. And that was a lot. I'm extremely excited for what's to come, and I'd suggest you keep an eye out on social media. There's been a crap ton of screenshots and everything being shared from the devs and the community. So it's a wonderful time to come back and start anew. I'm looking forward to seeing you all out there in the world of Destiny next week. So let me know what you think about all the changes and things to come in the comments below. I'm interested to hear. And that is going to wrap it up for me. If you want to read the Twab in full, I highly suggest you head over to bungie.net and check out their social media as well. I also have links for that stuff down below. I appreciate you all taking the time to check out this video. If you want to catch me live, head over to twitch.tv/silenceswaffles, where I stream Sunday through Wednesdays 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. Eastern and Thursdays 1 p.m. to 6 p.m. You can also find me on Twitter as well. The links will be in the description below. Also, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe on YouTube, where we upload once a week. And as always, thanks for watching.